What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK Pop, and welcome back to another episode of Extra Time. This is a series where I go into more detail with a review of a recent music video reaction from the very near past. And this time we're gonna be talking about Oh My Girl and their debut song and album. I've been trying to get this video recorded for like the last 4 days at least, and now I'm finally getting to do it. Generally speaking, this series is going to be more about a modification or changes to my views from my first impressions, but this time I don't really have any modifications or changes that I have to share, so we're going to be doing an actual review, a very basic review of the entire album. And it's mostly going to be good things about the album, because I personally cannot really pick anything that I dislike about it, that I truly dislike, that I have to actually really share and talk about. So we're going to start reviewing the album from the first track to the last track. There's only 4, so it shouldn't take too long. And we're going to get started, of course, with the first track, which is the intro track. And the intro track sets the tone for the entire album to have an upbeat and cute sound. And if you listened to the song Cupid, watch the music video when it was released on YouTube or wherever else it was released, then it shouldn't be much of a shocker to you that this was going to be the sound and feel that they go with for their album. But the intro song is fantastic, and it leaves you with no doubt that this is what it's going to be. And it actually is one of the best intro songs that I've heard in possibly ever, definitely in a long time. So I mean, one of my favorites. And that's a pretty good thing. So of course the intro track leads into the song number 2, which is Cupid. And the one thing that I want to talk about is the drum track, that marching snare track that was played in the song. And some people don't like it. I really liked it. I really liked it. My brother plays marching snare. He has marched drum corps and indoor drum line and all of that. So basically he is kind of, I guess you could consider, a professional drummer in that sense. And those drum corps guys on drum corps, drum line, I guess, they groove, man. They can play some crazy licks that just absolutely groove and have got some serious feel to them that you cannot stop yourself from rocking to. And the track in this song isn't really technically complex or anything like that, but it grooves though, and it really grooves. And I feel that it is really the spine, the backbone of the entire song, and everything else really is built around it. And it's really good. I liked it. A commenter on my reaction video said that it was a bit distracting to them, but I kind of think that's kind of the point. It's supposed to grab your attention and hold you while it progresses through the verse, which I don't think was anything spectacular, but then it pulls you to the chorus, which the chorus is really good and catchy, at least in my opinion. And that's good. It just keeps your attention throughout the entire song. And as a promotion track, a first promotion song for this group ever, I think it does a really good job of capturing people's attentions. So with that being the second song, that's all I gotta say about that. We're gonna move on to song number 3, called Summer Nights. And I don't know why, but for some reason, when I was listening to this, after probably the first chorus or maybe the first verse, I was just thinking, what, this kind of sounds like, this really does sound like it could be a Taylor Swift song. Like that pop country kind of, I don't even know if she does pop country. I might just be making that up, but it kind of has that feel. And I don't listen to Taylor Swift by choice. It just happens to be that up until recently, when they changed the playlist at Walmart, the place where I work, there were probably 5 Taylor Swift songs on the CD or whatever that they were playing. And so I listened to a lot of Taylor Swift, a lot of Taylor Swift. I didn't, well, it was the same song over and over and over again, pretty much, but still, it all adds up. So I'm pretty familiar with what those songs sound like. And I definitely could see Taylor Swift doing something that's singing this song specifically. I would not put it past her, and it definitely, I think, would fit her style pretty decently. So I don't know. It could also be somebody else who is one of the more American pop, female pop singers. Just Taylor Swift was the first name that came to my mind, and you know, we're just gonna go with it. And, you know, I want your feedback on if this does remind you of a Taylor Swift song, or if it reminds you of somebody else. You know, put it down, put your response down, your thoughts down in the comments below. I really do want to hear what you had to say about that. So to close out the album, we've got a ballad track, which is in Korean, and I'm not gonna say it because, one, I didn't write it down in, you know, a way that for me to like read it and then be able to pronounce it. And it's Korean and my pronunciation is terrible. I don't really want to embarrass myself too much on camera. But the final song, more of a ballad song than the other two. So we step back the, you know, pop sound and we go into more like a serious sound, but it still kind of has, you know, cute and upbeat sound to it, which is fantastic. Personally, it's not really my favorite song. It doesn't do anything for me to get me excited about it. But I cannot say that I dislike the song. I do like it, but it's just not really, you know, of the, you know, if I were to rank the 3 songs, not counting the intro on the album from 1 to 3, this would be number 3 on my list. And that's not bad, because I do think that this is a really good song. All the songs on this album are absolutely fantastic. You know, if you haven't listened to the rest of the album, or this album, the other 2 songs pretty much, I do suggest that you do that. I highly recommend that you listen to this album. You might like it. You know, you might find a brand new girl group that you really like, you know, just that has just started, so you can be a supporter, a fan from the beginning, you know, and that will, you know, later on down the road when they start to get bigger, then, you know, that could be a bragging point for you, where you could say like, well, you've only been a fan of them for, you know, a year. I've been a fan of them since the beginning. You could do that if you want to be, you know, an elitist jerk about it, but, you know, that's the way it is. So that is basically my overview, my very basic positive review of Oh My Girl. I do definitely recommend that you at least listen to this, and if you have the extra money, you might want to consider buying it. I'm not entirely sure if that's what, you know, but I might buy it at some point later on down the road. Not today. I'm putting it on my wish list, which is like a trillion albums big, but, you know, we're working through it. This album will go on it if I can actually buy it. I probably can buy it, but, you know, I will buy it sometime in the future. I do recommend that somebody else does buy it. I mean, if you like it, then of course you should buy it, physical or digital. But yeah, so that's what I had to say about their Oh My Girl's debut album. What did you think of it? Have you listened to it yet? And if you liked it or not, you know, tell me down in the comments below. And if you haven't listened to it, then you should definitely go and listen to it and then tell me what you thought. Get down in the comments below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, or message me on KakaoTalk to get connected on social media. That would be fantastic. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.